Welcome back to episode 4 of my 48-hour boot camp. And just when I thought everything was going well, my coach highlighted an issue that could lead to some big problems in my on-course challenge later today.
Right, all day 2, the morning of, and I finished yesterday on a real high for me. Ball was going exactly as planned, but the final shot of the day, with a wedge in hand, highlighted something that you feel we may have to look at today.
Yeah, I think we spotted something there. Obviously, it's great. We've got something new. It's exciting. We've got this draw shot, but there is kind of a bit of a line that we need to draw because that shot might not hold up when we've got a wedge in hand. So I think it'd be really important to look at that today.
Well, we all know scoring part of the game in, I don't know, 100 yards and in. Can't wait to get started. I'm full of enthusiasm. Let's see how long that lasts, and we'll step back inside and I'll hit some balls, eh?
Nice. Yep, let's get to it.
Right, also, where are we? Where does this all start? Then I've got the same wedge that I finished with last night.
Yeah, well, I think what we need to do, Andy, first things first, is let's have a look at the shorter stuff.
Okay.
So we've got the video on, we've got the balance lab on, we've got TrackMan. I just want you to go towards these kind of alignment sticks I've placed. 15 yards out from us. Just hit a few chips with your kind of stock pattern towards there for me, and let's have a look. Yeah, because I like to start with these because it's a little bit like riding a bike.
Yeah.
Speed can, form can be kind of helped out by speed. So when we go with the shorter ones, we're really emphasising how much control you've got and how good the technique is from the little ones. That's why I like to start short and build out. Yeah. And what do you find, Andy, when you're chipping, what would be your common issues, complaints?
In terms of chipping, I would say that, like there, perhaps sometimes a little thin.
Okay.
That second shot was probably more thin than the first one.
Yeah.
But I think that's something that I would perhaps struggle with. I've always been somebody that kind of nips it off the top, if you like.
Yeah.
Rather than, I don't know, maybe in this position it's not quite a divot, but I probably would acknowledge the fact, and I don't know where we're going with this, it's again still more of a sweeping action, whereas it might be, potentially should be different. I don't know.
Yeah, and would you say, so it's a little bit on strike, and would you say your default would be like a bump and run style, so it would kind of land and release, versus struggling with, say, that one that needs to pop and stop a little bit?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So, Ollie, just a few short chip shots there, and what you're going to tell me, what we're looking at?
I think a lot of what, in terms of numbers, it's telling us, Andy, is basically that as you mentioned, pretty shallow, pretty picky, right? Which is the last thing we want when it comes to chipping.
We're chipping, right?
Purely because what we need to do is, I think of it this way. To be a good chipper, we need to deliver the club head effectively to activate the loft.
Okay.
Now, if you've got a club that's coming in pretty shallow, coming in pretty flat, we're not actually delivering the head, so we can't actually use the loft. It's going to be kind of bottom groovy, right?
Yes.
So when we have a look at your data, you can actually see here, so attack angle, low point. Now, people think of these differently. Attack angles, are we hitting up or down?
Yeah. So
you can see here, you're actually, on average, you're hitting up nearly half a degree.
Yeah.
That means your low point is before the ball. You mentioned there in terms of it's going to catch the ground early, come up. And then what that results in is you've got this number called spin loft. Now, spin loft is basically your attack angle and the loft, right? If we want a load of compression, think like long drivers, we want to be up with not much loft.
Yeah.
Right? But for wedges, we actually want to create control. We want the opposite. We want to be down with plenty of loft.
Yeah.
So there's some early kind of indications here through the data, like, okay, straight away, we know that the numbers aren't matching up, and then what do the visuals look like? So if we go over here on your pressure stuff, this is your left foot, this is your right foot.
Yeah, very open.
Center of pressure, and I don't mind setup, it's just more having a look at where your pressure goes during the swing.
Got you.
Compared to almost where your body is, right? And you can see here that as you're swinging forward, your pressure is about, it's like 50 25%, right? And you can actually see on the video, see how you're coming up quite a bit.
Yeah.
So that's really just showing us.
So I'm very much on the back foot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is the opposite of really what we want. And then when we kind of flip the kind of, let's say the last shot here on TrackMan, we can actually see that. We've got the kind of elbow plane here. You can see just how much that club comes around you.
Yeah.
So it's very much in to out, and effectively that club head's coming up, head's going away from you, face is turning over. So you can almost imagine, like we've been talking about the full shots.
Yeah.
That's going to give us a bump and run.
Yeah.
But if we're wanting to try and create an effective, more control, more drop and stop, we basically just need to do
it with that.
Yeah. We need the exact opposite fundamentally.
And it's, it's kind of really rings true. Bottom grooves, that's probably where most of my contact comes from with the wedges. And as I said, I think in the earlier clip, much more comfortable with hitting a chip and run rather than trying to put some, controllable launch onto that thing.
And again, it's, we go back to this kind of shot philosophy that if we're categorizing what you currently do, this is your bump and run. I'm not saying take it away.
No, but there's a time and a place where it shouldn't be that shot, where I'm choosing to play it out of staying in the comfort zone.
Yeah, it's about how can we develop a new skill, the kind of more kind of spinny, floaty kind of wedge shot to complement what you're doing. So that way you've just got more options when you play.
Absolutely. So you've got a plan then?
I do.
No, let's get back to the balls then.
What we need to do here is we need to get you more down. So the way I like to kind of advise you on that one is if you just almost feel like your balance stays more on your left side, something like 65, 70% on your left. And then if you complement that with a move where instead of the club coming around here, more like you see your forehand top spin action, we want to get that club working a bit more upright. Okay. And you see how that club, the toe of the club's pointing up. Yeah. What that does is, imagine we've got the club working away. It's a bit more like, say, the forehand slice in tennis. Yeah. We get that, or that drop shot, we get that club working out, down and left with the face nice and open. Yeah. That then because when the face is shut, bring that back, you can see how that delivers basically no loft. Yeah. We get that club face opening up on the way back, all of a sudden I can just bring that back, see how much loft I've got? Yeah, absolutely, yeah. So all I need to do here is I need to get that club more up and away from me, and then down, and for me as a righty, I'm down and left. Yeah. That's going to help me really deliver a downward blow with plenty of loft, and you can almost hear, you can hear the strike, right? You see how floaty that is?
Yeah, compared to my ball flight, which was literally less than half of that.
Yeah, the opposite. Pattern of that is this, right? That's where you've been.
Yeah. Well, it's like a draw shot, isn't it? Yeah. Almost like you say, different to what we were doing yesterday with the longer stuff. It's changing that completely. Well, I love the tennis analogy. So from a top spin as opposed to a slice is what we're going to be at now.
Yeah, and the thing for me is I think of it as a spectrum. Yeah. If I'm going to want to play high and landing soft, I'm thinking, right, that's this way. Yeah. And then the opposite side of that spectrum is round here. This is my low running now. Yeah. Again, pretty tricky on the shorter shot, but you can still do it. Yeah. But that's going to be your low one. Yeah. And this is going to be your high one. And then you've got everywhere in between. Yeah. So that then means that you've got options. You've got
different ball flights and whatever else, depending on what you're trying to do.
Exactly that. And the best short game players I've been around have got more options than the worst short game players.
This series is sponsored by 11 Golf. I've swapped out all my irons for 11's award-winning game improvement hybrid irons. Yep, that's right, a 4 hybrid to a pitching wedge. And in simple terms, they make the game so much easier, packed with forgiveness and ball speed. Each club could be purchased individually so you can build a bag to suit your game. If you really want to lower your handicap and put a big smile on your face, then don't be scared to give them a go. You might be surprised. You can find more information at www.11-golf.com.
And keep it so you don't actually need to use too much wrist here, Andy. So if you go, you imagine the club head in your hands. Yeah. So if you keep hold just now. So if you put the club up here, so your hands and the club head stay connected. Yeah. So you would just literally kind of get everything going up here. Yeah. And then let it go down and left. So it's fairly, and that's kind of Jason Day Steve Stricker-esque. That's it, and just really make sure it goes down, as much down as you can, and keep the face open. That's it. Nearly, bit more down. You see straight away how floaty that is.
I was gonna say, I thought it was great.
Yeah.
No, it's...
So even more down.
Okay, so weight. So down being...
That's it. Look at that. So that comes out with loads of spin.
Yeah, it was controlled, wasn't it?
Yeah. That's it. There you go.
Yeah. Nice, wasn't it?
That's it. For as long as possible. That's it. There you go.
Yeah, that's a different shot, you know. What does TrackMan say, or your machines here?
Well, first of all, we'll start on the kind of visual of your balance.
Yeah.
So this is at the start of the session, this is after. This is, let's call this your bump and run low one, this is your high one.
Yeah.
So what we can see up at the top, you can see top of your backswing, top of the move. You've got your balance here is on your right foot. You can see the red.
Yeah.
Here it's actually forward.
Yeah.
So it's out of centre, and you can kind of see that here with the actual body positioning.
That shoulder's probably quite a bit way back, isn't it, compared to this one?
See, everything's there on your lead or your left side. And then on the way down, you can see the massive difference here. Just on the way down and through. I mean, look at that. I mean, down and through. Here, you're up and out of it.
Yeah.
You know, just an enormous difference there.
Yeah.
And basically, for you, how did that feel?
Well, very alien, and as I said to you, almost even whilst we were by a long way from perfect, it just felt that there was I almost felt like I'm on one leg in terms of weight distribution, but it made a massive difference to strike as well, didn't it?
Well, exactly that, and you can see there we actually have the data to back that up, so you can see your low point here before was actually before the ball.
Yeah.
You were 1 degree up on this shot, and your spin loft was like 39, so that's not going to create that much spin. It's definitely going to give you that low runner. And there, if we just have a look here, I'll unlink it just so we can start on this right screen initially, but you can see the shape. So this can almost like forehand top spin. Club goes on the inside or underneath. It goes flat and then it goes up and out.
Yeah.
And you can see how that's going to create that sort of shape or pattern.
Yeah.
Then over here on the left, we've got a low point now, which is, you know, ahead by nearly 7 inches. Attack angle's down by 8, and look at the spin loft difference.
Yeah, incredible.
And the thing there is effectively you can see visually, club goes more up, toes more up, some more loft. And we're delivering the club head, activating the loft, so you can really see in that overall, you can see how that's going to give you that shape, it's going to create that spin.
Spin as well, yeah.
So as and when you need that shot to drop and stop, you've now got the other side of the coin from earlier on.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, don't get me wrong, for me that's a practice element, but something that you can do in and around the short game areas. And to add that into my, like I said, arsenal is a different tool altogether. What about when I go into the sort of full wedges though? I mean, how does that translate what we've just done?
It's essentially the same thing. So all you're doing there, if you think it's the same pattern, and then you just elongate or lengthen things as we go, when we're going for something, you know, hitting a bit further. And then also you can change clubs and all that sort of stuff. But for a more pitch shot, same idea, same action, you just stretch it out, you make the swing longer and a bit quicker. Excellent. Excellent. Well done. Very good. You see, you have to be fairly firm with this as well, eh?
Yeah.
It's kinda...
That was a real, I'd say exaggerated feel, but it's, you know, it's obviously what it should be, but that's really exaggerated for me.
So that's it. So what you've just done there, and that's brilliant. Just keep it there. Excellent. That's a different sound, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So the main takeaway for me was better weight distribution, which meant far more weight on the left leg and staying there throughout the swing. This was really difficult for me as I have a tendency to sway from left to right. The issue with this being timing is essential and not returning to the left side meant I was leaning back and hence the thin shots. It also produced a steeper angle of attack, which which was noticeable when I practiced outdoors on turf. You can see mini divots and a much crisper strike with the ball popping up softly. It's almost counterproductive in my head. I'm hitting down on the ball, but the ball goes higher. The assumption somehow would be that hitting down, the ball flight would lower, and it needs some mental persuasion to be positive and aggressive with the swing to make this happen, which I found difficult, but trust me, it works. I then moved into full wedge shots, and you can see my club head travels up rather than flat and around the torso. It also produces a slight cut, which is how the ball creates that sort of spin and lands soft. Even into the 11 hybrid pitching wedge, I was able to hit a high and soft landing full shot, which could be crucial in my final challenge on the course later today.
Right, that's it. 5 episodes in. I'm all on my own here now after this one.
You're sailing
4
the sea.
episodes in, I should say. We've got, I mean, it's been brilliant work. That last bit there, just explain, again, a huge difference between where we started and where we finished.
Yeah, similar pattern that obviously with regards to the chipping, we saw, you know, everything was shallow, low point was before, and then even there with pitching, we saw quite a lot of kind of balance was going back.
Yeah.
Exactly, because again, going right back to yesterday, that right leg is the
Dominant,
boss, right?
yeah.
So everything's there. We've now got an attack angle that's kind of more down. We're talking about 4 degrees to 8 degrees with chipping.
Yeah.
And we've got a path that's going over to the left. So that means we're delivering the club head, activating the loft,
Yeah.
unlocking that nice kind of floaty pitch chip shot.
Yeah, absolutely. Brilliant work. I mean, I can't tell you how enjoyable, first of all, the whole process has been. 48 hours, you know, there's an element of, can we really do this in such a short space of time? I think we've achieved way more than I would have expected, to be quite honest with you. And that's a mix of all of Ollie's expertise, the technology that we've used, these visual aids that have helped me personally, the way I learn, has all come together in game-changing stuff, to be quite honest with you, like I said. And the hard part and the reality is then me taking that away. We've got plenty of follow-up stuff that Ollie provides for me to sort of keep in the kind of in the right space. Don't drift off to bad habits, all those kind of thing. And that's what Ollie does. And again, I've said in most of these videos, there'll always be details to get in touch with Ollie and get in a similar sort of program yourself. And I know you're stood in front of me right now, but I couldn't recommend it more highly. It's been amazing. And that'll be me going out onto the golf course and trying to execute everything. So from tee to green, and see if we can get some kind of score together, but maybe not necessarily the score being the target, more about me being able to implement what I've learned in a real situation. Right, thanks, Ollie.
Pleasure, sir. Always a pleasure.
Been fantastic. Like I said, give this man a shout, and no doubt I'll see you soon, because I think this is something we could continue with into the future. But for now, I'm on my own, and I'll report back very soon.
See, you know where I am?